What's up, guys? It's me, the ALEXX Prince, and I have been waiting forever to say that. Yeah, don't mind the new look. I'm trying it out. It actually looks kind of lame. So that's probably the last time you'll ever see this hat. I'll probably go back to regular hats or no hat or whatever the case is. But I just decided to try this just to be fun and entertaining. Happy New Year, you guys. I haven't seen you guys in fucking forever. But yeah, it's time to officially make my comeback to YouTube for the first time in forever, as the Frozen song said. And let's just stop with the whole let's update this, let's update that. Let's just make videos. Let's just have fun. And that's what YouTube should be about. So let's just kick it off with this video. Let's see, Wrestle Kingdom 13. Overall, the show was good, as you should expect. Definitely one of my least favorite Wrestle Kingdoms out of the ones I've seen. And that's saying a lot, because let's see, they had Wrestle Kingdom 9, which was phenomenal. 10 was just as good. 11 was amazing. 12 last year was really, really good. This one was definitely my least favorite out of the bunch, just because really, only one match stood out for me. 2 matches, 3. Yeah, really only 3 matches stood out for me. Everything else was either good to great. And that's just my personal opinion. I hope you guys have different opinions. We started off the night with Will Ospreay and Kota Ibushi for the Never Openweight Championship. This was an amazing match. What you expected this match to be. Will Ospreay's going to have one kick-ass year. He was killing it in the junior weight division last year. But at the Super Junior division, whatever it's called. But now he's gonna move on to bigger things, and this is probably gonna be the best start for him. Him beating Kota Ibushi, a mega star in the making, is a brilliant way. And I'm actually kind of glad that we didn't kick off with one of the tag team matches. It was good to have a change. We started off with a big opener. It could be a different change for Wrestle Kingdom to move their card around, and I definitely enjoyed that. Also, a big thing happened in this show. I believe this is the first time every championship changed hands. Cause yeah, Bushi and Shingo Taiji defeated Suzuki Gun and Roppongi 3K for the junior weight tag team division, tag team championships. It was an alright match. I didn't really care too much about it. It was just kind of there. I'll just move on to the other tag match, which was Evo and Sonata beating the Guerrillas of Destiny and the Young Bucks for the IWGP Tag Team Championships. I think I like this one just a little bit more, just because I knew the guys more. And yeah, this was definitely a lot of fun. Definitely. I never talked about this, but while I was gone, apparently we debuted a new championship, the Rev Pro Championship, British Championship, kind of like the UK belt for WWE. Tomohiro Ishii has been carrying that belt and has had killer matches with Suzuki, Sabre Jr., all these other guys. And he just had another good match with Sabre Jr. Not as great as maybe their matches in the G1 or out other places, but this one was also pretty good. I definitely had a blast with this match. It was definitely a killer match. And Zack Sabre Jr., I'm finally glad they're putting a belt on him. It's good to see him with a belt in New Japan. Because Zack Sabre Jr. could definitely be a top guy. Tomohiro Ishii should be at least the upper mid card, going for the IC belt or the IC belt could be good. I'm not sure he's world championship material just yet, but he did have killer matches with Kenny Omega and Tomohiro Ishii. Kenny Omega and Okada. He could definitely carry great matches with those guys, so I think he should at least be the Intercontinental Champion this year, at least. Next up, Juice Robinson defeated Cody for the IWGP United States Championship. I really didn't watch this match. I've heard so many bad things about it. I just kind of skimmed through it. It was whatever. Yeah, I definitely like these guys. I don't think they're... Cody's definitely a megastar. He's having his own company now, so I'm pretty sure that's why they took the belt off him so he can move on. Juice Robinson, I never really was a fan of. Even as CJ Parker, I never liked the guy. He's a little bit more over now, but, it's just kind of whatever. Next up, Jay White defeated Kazuchika Okada clean, and I'm glad to see that Okada's back to the original look. I definitely dug the red the red haircut. I personally wished he should have came out with that since the beginning of last year. I don't know why he just did it halfway. He should have done it from Wrestle Kingdom 12 to the end of 2018, then come back as this. But it's just my personal take on it. I think I'm glad to see Okada with his original look, and he had another killer match with Jay White. Not as good as the G1 match. When I saw Jay White beating both Okada and Tanahashi back to back in the G1 last year, I marked out, and those matches were far better than this one. Not saying that this match was all that awful. It's just I prefer those matches over this one, and this one was also a pretty good match. So nothing really to hate. So Jay White, definitely he looks like he's gonna be a top level star. I believe he's feuding with the IWGP champion soon, and they're definitely building him up to be the next top guy. I didn't like how last year they kind of forced it down, but now there's a reason I like this character. So Jay White is definitely a guy I'm looking forward to in 2019. Next up, Chris Jericho and Tetsuya Naito for the IWGP Intercontinental Championship. Good match. Fantastic match. I definitely enjoyed this a lot more than their first encounter. And their first encounter was also pretty good. Now, personally, I felt like they should have waited till this Wrestle Kingdom, but story-wise, it made sense. Story-wise, it made sense to have a rematch here. I personally would have preferred them to have this being their first match, kind of like Naito been waiting the whole year to beat Jericho while Jericho was on top. Because if anything, the belt should have been taken off instead of Suzuki, because Minoru Suzuki went nowhere after taking the belt off Tanahashi last year. They should have just have Tanahashi keep it and have Jericho beat him. I know he was injured at the time, but they could have had like mini tag matches or something, just so we didn't have to waste a good opportunity there, because Tanahashi and Jericho could have also been a classic. Just saying. I don't know if Jericho's done. I don't know if he's going. I know he's not going back to the WWE. There's talks of him going to Impact Wrestling, maybe. Maybe he sticks around, or hell, honestly, Jericho is too big of a star. He could just retire and call it a day. I don't know what he could do, but Jericho could pretty much do anything at this point. I'm glad that he finally put over Naito. I kind of really wish Naito would have gone for the IWGP Championship, because I get the story of him disrespecting the IC belt, but it's happened for so long that after a while it just gets stale. It's just my personal opinion. But finally, the main event, the best match of this year so far. We had a lot of great matches last year, but this year, let's move on. Kenny Omega versus Hiroshi Tanahashi. They had one encounter before for the IC belt back in the new beginning of 2016, the time Kenny Omega became a megastar while AJ Styles came to WWE. Now that Kenny Omega is officially the biggest name outside of the WWE, they took the belt off him in a fantastic match, great commentary, great entrances. Everything about this match was spectacular. It's kind of like that feeling you had when you saw Taker and Michaels or Austin and The Rock. It was that kind of moment, and having the guy everybody likes versus the guy New Japan likes. It was a great story and a great match, and I definitely love this match. Tanahashi wins, but this doesn't change anything. Apparently, Kenny Omega is moving up elsewhere. He officially didn't sign with New Japan Pro Wrestling. He's done. He's either going to Cody's new All Out company. He's going to WWE. I don't know where Kenny Omega's going with this, but I'm not gonna get my hopes up until I see something out of Kenny Omega. I'm definitely excited for Kenny Omega this year. He's proven that he's a great IWGP champion, having a classic with Okada, Cody with Ibushi, Ishii. He had great matches, and now that he's no longer the top champion and this company, I guess it's time to just move him up to a bigger company, or just I definitely, if I were Kenny, I would keep him helping Cody and the Young Bucks, the Elite. yeah, he's WWE ready, but at this point, I kind of am tired of WWE relying on the indie guys instead of them creating their own stars. There's a reason why the Velveteen Dream is one of my favorite superstars right now, because he was a tough enough reject that went to WWE. He was always his own guy. He didn't compete in the indies. He didn't do any of that, and that's what I miss about all of this. I miss when WWE could get their own stars instead of just taking them like the Undisputed Era, Ricochet, and all these other top level guys. So I really wish WWE could get better at that. Kenny Omega, you're definitely gonna be the top guy on WWE if you go there, but if I were you, I'd stay in the indies for a little bit more. Anyways, that's gonna be it. It's me, the ALE Double X Prince. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. I am back, baby. I'm back with more videos coming up soon. I think the next big show is NXT TakeOver Blackpool, UK special, so get excited for that. And until then, I'm out.